Have you ever wanted to go on an adventure through the alphabet? You're in luck because we, that's you and that is me, are going to explore uncharted territories in this word association game. I am going to move through the alphabet A through Z and ask you to think of words that relate to the more exciting categories that it is likely you have never heard before. I know what you're thinking. Floontz, how are these categories any different than every other category I've ever heard? Well, mixed in with these categories are categories that are unusual, unexpected, and designed to engage and relax your mind in the best way possible. So ask yourself, are you ready to travel outside the ordinary? I know you're here for it. I can tell you've got your travel outside the ordinary britches on, so I'm ready, and you're ready, and this is gonna be amazing. So, for the first time ever, I will be ending the question after I give you time to answer with my answer, and we can see if our answers match, if we've got that telepathic connection going. Alright, before we embark, I'm going to need you to get nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed. Nice and comfortable. Taking a nice deep breath in. Holding it while you close your eyes, closing your eyes and breathing out. Feeling your body grow nice and limp, nice and heavy. Feeling comfortable and safe and secure. Getting ready to follow my instructions now as we move through the alphabet A to Z. Following my instructions as we move through the alphabet A through Z. Starting with A. I need you to tell me an unusual pet name. An unusual pet name that starts with the letter A. You can think it or you can say it out loud. I will receive your answer either way. So, an unusual pet name that starts with the letter A. Just let me know when you're ready. Something weird that you would call an animal. Or name your animal that most people don't name their animals, right? chills, actually. That just gave me instant chills. Ugh. I mean, ants too, though, right? That would be awful. I accidentally ate a cookie once in the dark that was covered in ants, and it took me too long to realize that it was infested. They were in my mouth. I swallowed a few. They were all over my arms. Just look at your food before you eat it, okay? Mine, though. My A words, my 2 A words were arsenic. Definitely don't want that in my salad. And ambrosia. I know that's kind of a fruit salad, but I still don't want it on my regular salad. I wouldn't want to find that. It would be a strange pairing for me. B. I need you to tell me an ice cream flavor that you have never heard of that starts with the letter B. What is an ice cream flavor that you have never heard of? Never, ever heard that starts with the letter B. Let's see. What do you think? B. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I've never seen that at the ice cream parlor. Not yet, at least. Maybe it's a new flavor that'll be rolled out soon. Have you ever heard of bologna flavored ice cream? Bologna. I would not want to try the bologna flavored ice cream, although maybe bologna flavored ice cream would be good on a charcuterie plate. What do you think? It could be good. Or like bologna mousse. I could just be completely off here. I'd be willing to try it though. I'd be willing to try it. Alright. Now, think of 3 things. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Think of 3 things that people collect that start with the letter B. What are 3 things that people collect that start with the letter B? 3 things that people collect that start with the B. 3 things. Yeah. Okay, and do your third. Ooh, nice. Mine were Barbies, bumper stickers, and bugs. Barbies, bumper stickers, and bugs. Boys, yeah, boys could also qualify. Some people, I'm sure, do collect boys. Time for C. Can you tell me a common parenting challenge that starts with the letter C? A common parenting challenge that starts with the letter C. So an obstacle that parents face when raising their children that starts with C. A common parenting challenge. Wow, this is so difficult to raise little Franny with you, and it starts with the letter C. I'm really running into this issue. I don't know what it's like to raise kids, so is that how you'd communicate with your spouse or partner or person? We're really running into this issue. easier. A little bit easier than the other ones. Let me hear. Oh, yep. Yeah, I have seen that. I have indeed seen that at a garage sale. Mine were couches. Or a couch. Couches, and clocks. Clocks. Yeah. There's also cushions, cups, canisters. I haven't been to a garage sale in a while. Actually, this makes me want to go to a garage sale. We should check one out. My friend goes to estate sales. I guess those are different than garage sales, right? And then there's the yard sales. Is there a hierarchy? There must be a hierarchy of sales, right? Alright, cruising into D. Cruising into D, like we're gonna go cruise into that sale. I want you to name something that is surprising to see on the first date that starts with the letter D. You were on that first date. What would you be shocked to see? Surprised to see? You just really didn't see that one coming. D. First date. Whoa. What is that about? Shocking. Can you believe what I just saw on my first date? It starts with a D. You have one? That would be a shocker. Jeez. How about death? I mean, it's valid, right? That's something I would be very surprised to see on a first date. How did your first date go? Oh, well. I would take that as some sort of weird metaphor. Now, I need you to tell me 2 ways to relax. Let's start with the letter D. What D words define the ways that you can relax? D relaxers. Let me know when you have it. Relaxing to the D, relaxing to the D. Got it. Very good. I like those. I had daydreaming, and doodling. E. I need you to tell me an exclamation that starts with E. Something you would exclaim that starts with E. Exclaim. Could be any word, really, in my opinion. It could really be any word, as long as it starts with E, but there are a few that do spring to mind. Yeah, you have it, okay. Are you exclaiming it? I can hear it, yeah. I had ew and eureka. I want to know the origin of that. Now, think of 2 strange gifts that start with the letter E. What are 2 strange gifts that start with the letter E? For me. No thanks, you really shouldn't have. 2 really strange gifts. Never received that one before. You're a weirdo. 2 strange gifts. Strange gifts start with the letter E. What have you got for me? Oh. What do you think? Excuse me, what? Okay. What is your other one? Those are super bizarre. I was thinking earwax removal kit and enema. You really shouldn't have. Why did you give me an enema? Moving into F. Can you tell me an unusual way to stay in shape that starts with the letter F? An unusual way to stay in shape that starts with the letter F. This isn't your typical way. This is not your average way. This is unusual, an unusual way to stay in shape. It starts with the letter F. What is a weird way? How am I getting in shape in a really strange way? You got fit from that. What? You got fit from that. Okay. Yeah, that qualifies. Frisbee. Yeah. Fasting. I guess it could count, right? Fencing. Frogging. That would be unusual. I should frog more. Frog. Okay. How about 2 things that you do on a road trip that start with the letter F? 2 things that you do on a road trip. Driving in the car, seeing the world outside your passenger window. And 2 things that start with F as you're doing so. 2 things. 2 things that start with F when you're on a road trip. Is that a hard one? 2 things when you're in the car. Yeah, that's good. That's 1. Do we have 2? Ooh, yes. Good job. Very good. I had fart. What can you do? And fidget. But then I also thought FaceTime. You could FaceTime too. Fart, fidget, FaceTime. I hope you're never on a road trip with someone who farts a lot. Unless you like that. I find it comical at times. G. What is a type of snack that you regret eating before bed that starts with G? A type of snack that you regret munching on. Munch. What is a bad idea to eat before bed? Starts with the letter G. Don't make my stomach turn like that. Goat cheese is not the best snack to eat before bed. What do you think? Would you eat goat cheese before bed? Never. Now tell me 2 things that you would find in an alien's house. Yes, an extraterrestrial, an ET. 2 things you'd find in an alien's house that start with G. Just let your mind go there. What would you find in an alien's house that starts with the letter G? 2 things. What am I finding at this alien's house? Alien, E.T. E.T. What have you got in that bed of yours? What have you got in that bed of yours that starts with the letter G? What have you got in there? G, you got it. Oh, creative. And nice. I'd love to discover that in that alien's house. Very interesting alien, of course. I was thinking goo. Why not, right? It seems alien to me. Like they would have some goo lying around. In vats of goo. And gizmos. Tell me an ingredient that you wouldn't want in a cake that starts with the letter H. An ingredient you would never want in a cake that starts with the letter H. H, H. An ingredient that you wouldn't want in a cake, wouldn't want to find in a cake. That is a really weird thing to have. Did you hear about what was in that cake? It was nasty, nasty, nasty. You have it. Got it. Oh, good. Hot sauce. I had horseradish, but I mean hot sauce habanero would be really good. Like surprise, there's hot sauce and horseradish in there. Good, eat up. Now, into I. Can you think of something that people argue about? Bicker, and argue, that starts with the letter I. What do people get into arguments about or disagreements about that starts with the letter I? What are people arguing about that starts with the letter I? Pretty quick one. Yeah, definitely people are arguing about that. Ideas, I didn't even think of that. Ideas is a huge one. Yeah, or inheritance. Wow, inheritance. You had a double whammy there. Ideas and inheritance. Those are massive things people get into disagreements about for reals. Mine was insurance. I'm sure people get into disagreements over getting insurance, right? Like the costs, the need for it or not. I get into arguments with myself about insurance. Now, one thing you wouldn't want to find in your bed. One thing you wouldn't want to find in your bed that starts with the letter I. Something you don't want to find in your bed. What is that in my bed? I don't want to see it. Get it out. I hope you never have to find this in your bed either, okay? What's that in the bed? Yeah. One thing. You have it. Nah, I can't go with that. No can do. I was thinking insects. Never want to find one in there. Nope. The letter J now. The letter J. I need you to think of an uncommon way to celebrate a birthday that starts with the letter J. What is an atypical way? An atypical way to celebrate a birthday that starts with the letter J. This is a toughie, I think. This is a toughie. Uncommon way to celebrate a birthday. Not typical. Shocking. No, it doesn't have to be shocking, but just strange, different. You have it. Very good. I had jousting. I've never been to a jousting birthday party, but I hope one day I can attend one. And an unusual place to propose that starts with the letter J. You're getting married. Congratulations. Where did they propose? Oh, that's odd. That's unusual. It's really strange. But it starts with the letter J. What do you think? Weird place. Jamboree. obsolete technology that starts with the letter K. An obsolete technology meaning a technology that is no longer in existence, no longer used. Obsolete. Bye bye. See you later. Sayonara. Goodbye. 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 Technology no longer in use. Starts with the letter K. Might be a harder one. Might not be, but I'll give you a second here. In case that it is. In case that it is. How did it take? How did it take? Alright, I'm ready for you. Very good, very good, 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 good. How about the kinetoscope? The kinetoscope. The kinetoscope. The kinetoscope. It was the precursor to the film projector. The kinetoscope. Invented, I believe, by Edward Muybridge. Okay, now two things you cannot buy at the grocery store. Two things you cannot buy at the grocery store that start with the letter K. I'm going out to the grocery store. Do you need anything? Well, these are two things I can't get for you. I'm sorry. What are they? What are they? What can't I pick up at the grocery store with a K? That's one. Do we have two? Two. That's two. Good job, pretty girl. Definitely cannot find those there. Definitely not. I have Klonopin and ketamine. Those are definitely not available at the grocery store, right? Definitely not. Klonopin, ketamine, Klonopin, ketamine. Next up, L. I need you to tell me an odd job that starts with an L. An odd job. Not your typical job. An odd job that starts with L. What do you think? Do you have your odd job? means music. Music at loud volumes can cause people to stay awake and alert and not fall asleep. Or Monster energy drinks, right? Just watch out for your heart with those. And now, next, a type of soup. A type of soup that starts with the letter M. Slurp, 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 slurp. What is an M soup? A little bit easier. An M soup. M soup. M soup. M soup. Mushroom. Yeah. Way easier, right? Excellent, 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 excellent. Meatball soup. Is there such thing as a meatball soup? It's a wedding soup, right? It has the meatballs in it. N. Next up, N. I want you to name a song that you'd sing in the shower that starts with the letter N. A song that you would sing in the shower. Shower. You're scrubbing your bits. That starts with the letter N, 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 N. What is a song you'd sing in the shower when you're scrubbing and you're sudsing? What would you sing? That starts with the letter N. Your song of choice in the shower, but it has to start with an N. Can you sing it for me? Let's hear it, let's hear it. Let's hear that beautiful voice of yours. Good. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Next up, a popular tourist attraction that starts with the letter N. What is a popular tourist attraction? Where do people flock to? Where do people flock to? It starts with the letter N. Where are people flocking to? Flocking to. Where do they love to go and visit? That also starts with the letter N. Let's see. Got it. I'd flock there. Mine is Norway. I really want to visit Norway. I'm thinking 2026. Just hold the vision, 2026. Moving into O. I need you to think of an unexpected item in a camping kit that starts with the letter O. An unexpected item in a camping kit. So something that you wouldn't expect to find. You might even be shocked to find. Starts with an O. An O. An O. Tell me what you wouldn't expect to find in a camping kit. Would not expect to find in a camping kit that starts with O. What is that doing there? What is that doing in the camping kit? Charles. You got it. Ooh, yeah. What? I would be weirded out too. I'm not going camping with you again. I mean, would you expect to find organs in a camping kit? Organs. I don't think so. I hope you never do. What are those? Whose organs are those in your camping kit? I know the Yeti keeps things cool, but what is going on here? Okay, and now a weird place to take a nap that starts with the letter O. A weird place to take a nap that starts with the letter O. Where would be a weird place to fall asleep? Sleep. That starts with the letter O. Weird place to fall asleep. Yep. Agreed. I agree with you on that. That would be a really weird place to fall asleep. How about an outhouse? An outhouse. I would not want to fall asleep in an outhouse. Accidentally, my God. Wake up to flies and foul odor. Nah, not for me. Now B. is something that you wouldn't want to get caught between your teeth. Something that you wouldn't want to get caught between your teeth. That starts with the letter B. Something you wouldn't want to get caught between those pearly whites. That starts with the letter B. B, 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 B. Why did no one tell me that there was something caught between my teeth right there? Why did no one tell me? The nerve people have. What do you not want to get caught between your teeth? You got it. No, I would totally tell you if you had something caught between your teeth, absolutely. And yeah, I agree. I would not want that caught there. I would not want parsley caught between my teeth. Especially if no one told me. I was going around smiling all day with a face full of parsley. And now, a reason to cancel plans. That starts with the letter B. Why would you cancel plans? And the reason has to do with the letter B. I can't go out because I can't make it because that's a good one, yes. Pandemic. I mean, we really can't go out because of the pandemic. It's perfect. How about panic? That one hits home for me. Sailing into Q. 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 I want you to name a tradition that starts with the letter Q. Q, 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 Q. I think this will either come to you quickly or maybe not at all. But a tradition that starts with the letter Q. Q, 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 Q. A tradition. Q. You got it. Quinceañera. Of course, of course, of course. Quinceañera. I don't know of any other ones other than that one, so. Now. I need you to tell me of an invention that starts with the letter Q. Tell me the name of an invention that starts with the letter Q. An invention that starts with the letter Q. Invention, what has been invented that starts with the letter Q. Let it come to you, let it come to you. Let it come to you, let it come to you, Invention that starts with the letter Q. Has it come to you? Has it arrived in your mind? Good. I will receive this transmission. Complete. Very nice. I had a quantum computer. Doing great. Keep up the good work as we glide into R. Gliding into R. Think of two things that can be noisy that start with the letter R. Two noisemakers that start with the letter R. R. What is noisy and R named? Noisy and R named. Did you have noisy? Did you have roller coaster? Race car? Very loud. Now, a quality of life issue that starts with the letter R. A quality of life issue. So that's anything that affects your personal health, security, safety, freedom, wealth, social status, quality of life issue with R. Quality of life issue with R. Quality of life issue. What affects your life that starts with R? What is something that you wouldn't want to find in a bathroom cabinet that starts with the letter T? What is something you would not want to find in a bathroom cabinet starting with T? You open that cabinet up and you think, whoa, okay, I wouldn't want to find that. D, 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 what's in that cabinet that starts with D? D, 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 D. Not expecting to find that in the cabinet. Oh, yeah, I would not want to find that either. Yeah, good one. God, good one. What about toenail clippings? Would you want to find toenail clippings in that cabinet? Probably not, right? Probably not. Now. Tell me something that makes you laugh. Something that makes you laugh or giggle or chuckle, crack up, that starts with the letter D. D, D, D. What is making you chuckle? So bad. It starts with the letter D. Got it. Got it. Yes. Tickles. Ticky, 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 ticky. Tickles. Ticky, 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 ticky. Ticky, 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 ticky. Tickles, 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 tickles. You. Name a unique hobby that starts with the letter U. I want you to name a unique hobby that starts with the letter U. Super unique. What a super unique hobby that you have. You. Unique hobby. Starts with you. What do you think? Unique hobby. What is your unique hobby? Oh, okay. I'm curious in exploring that one. What about unicycling? I haven't seen someone unicycling in a long time. Where have all the unicyclists gone? Is this a worldwide problem that we're facing? Are the unicyclists dying out? I must investigate. Time for V. I need you to think of the name of a famous artist that starts with the letter B. The name of a famous artist with a B. Name. Famous artist. Name starts with a B. B. He's here. Vincent Van Gogh. It's a double V right there. We got a double V. Vinnie Van Gogh. Vincent Van Gogh. Vincent Van Gogh. And now, name an emotion. I need you to name an emotion game that you play on Xbox. It doesn't have to start with the letter X. It just has to be a game that you play on Xbox. Just the name of a game that you can play on Xbox. Super easy. Pretty easy, fairly easy. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Classic. Fortnite, of course. You got it. Now into Y. The name of a toy. I need you to tell me the name of a toy that starts with the letter Y. The name of a toy that starts with the letter Y. Just one toy. Fairly easy, right? Fairly easy. One toy that starts with the letter Y. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Yo, what's up? Nice. You got it. And now, a mythical creature. Can you tell me the name of a mythical creature that starts with the letter Y? A mythical creature that starts with the letter Y. A mythical creature. Tell me the name of a mythical creature that starts with the letter Y. Y. Mythical creature. Mythical creature. Mythical creature. What do you think? A little bit of a no-brainer there. Yeti. The Yeti. Yes. Or the yokai. Nice work. Finishing things off with the Z. Can you tell me the name of a supplement that starts with the letter Z? The name of a supplement that starts with the letter Z. Supplement, vitamin, something that you take that supplements your diet, lets you get the necessary minerals to perform and succeed, grow. The name of a supplement that starts with the letter Z. Ready? Let's say it on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Sink. Nice. Now tell me. A Greek god. The name of a Greek god that starts with the letter Z. The name of a Greek god. Probably the greatest Greek god, but if there's more than one that start with Z, any of them count. The name of a Greek god that starts with the letter Z. Zeus. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Very nice. It is Zeus. Zeus, the Greek god of all gods. The only thing he feared was Nyx, the goddess of the darkness. Good old Nyx. I bet you're feeling nice and tuckered out from this word alphabet adventure, eh? You have successfully covered ground no one else dared tread before. I commend you for your bravery, your talent, and your answers. I hope you enjoyed this creative version of the word association game. Please make sure to give this a thumbs up and comment your favorite category so I know what to include more of in the future. Thank you so much for being here. I love to see you. I have a super simple letter association game for you today. It's as simple as it sounds, really. You just have to close your eyes. And relax. Slipping away. And just following what I say as I run through the alphabet. A through Z. A through Z. And I'll give you prompts with each of the letters. And you're going to think or speak your answers for each of the very simple alphabet word association prompts. I like to use my hands today, as you can tell. Let's start with the letter A. Okay. 6 words that start with the letter A. Can you do that for me? 6 words. Very good. Now, I want you to think of 6 names that start with the letter A. 6 names that start with the letter A. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Excellent, excellent. Now if you can think of 2 types of apples. 2 types of apples. Spectacular, spectacular. Alright, that's A, so now we'll move on to B. To B. I want you to only think of animals that start with the letter B until I say when. Okay? Only think of animals that start with the letter B until I say when. Alright? Ready? Set. Animals that start with the letter B. Go. And stop. Very good, very good. Think of a favorite food that starts with B. Think of a favorite food that starts with B. Banana bread. Burritos. Baklava. Very good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And now, can you think of the name of a dinosaur that starts with the letter B? The name of a dinosaur that starts with the letter B. Amazing, amazing, incredible, incredible, incredible. It was hard for me to think of the third C city. You know, sometimes you just get stuck. Cincinnati, Columbus. Alright, I got it. Okay, now D. Now we're doing D. So, I want you to think of a one-syllable word. A one-syllable word that starts with D. Think of a one-syllable word that starts with D. Good. Okay. And now think of a two-syllable word that starts with D. Awesome. And now a three-syllable word that starts with D. You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it. Okay. Now for E. Now for E, for E, for E. I want you to think of an insect that starts with the letter E. Think of an insect that starts with the letter E. Nice, nice. Can you think of an environment that you would like to see an elephant in? Yes, think of an environment that you would like to see an elephant in. It would be really funny to see an elephant in that environment. I agree. Until I say when. Think of all the body parts that start with the letter E. When? Very good, very good, very good. Now, we're moving on to F. Alright, think of a game that starts with the letter F. Think of a game that starts with the letter F. Think of a game. Sparkle. And a pet name that starts with the letter F. Pet name that starts with the letter F. Fido. Now think of a fabric. Think of a fabric that starts with the letter F. Think of a fabric that starts with the letter F. Alright. Now for G. 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 Think of a country that starts with the letter G. Think of a country that starts with the letter G. Okay. G. Right away. Alright. Nice. That's a good one. Now, think of as many things as you can that are the color green. Think of as many things as you can that are the color green. 6 sounds. Think or say 6 sounds that start with the letter M. 6 sounds that start with the letter M. Okay? Got it? Okay. They could be anything. You can make the sounds up. Most definitely, you can make the sounds up. I think you did good. I liked your sounds. They were very interesting, a bit inspiring. I had not thought of them like that in any way. I had mew, meow, moo, ma. I was a little stumped for the last two, so I just made them up too, but now we're on letter N. And I need you to think of a song title that starts with the letter N. A song title that starts with the letter N. Okay? Okay. Great. Now a book title that starts with the letter N. Am I stumped? I might be stumped. You're not stumped though. Impressive. How about a TV series that starts with the letter N? A TV series that starts with the letter N. Very good. A little easier than a book, huh? I'm still searching for my book name. Nostradamus isn't a book. Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm not sure. I don't think that's a book, right? All I can think on repeat is Of Mice and Men and Harry Potter, East of Eden, Geek Love, House of Spirits, Cosmic Comics. I have no N books. Book Thief, not an N. Hunger Games, not an N. Girl the Dragon Tattoo, not an N. You'll have to let me know. You'll have to come save the day, because I'm out on N book names. Alright. Now for the letter O. Furniture that starts with the letter O. Think of furniture that starts with the letter O. Okay.
famous philosopher. First name starts with the letter B. Go. Nice, nice, nice. Plato, Plato, Plato. Pliny the Elder. Have you heard of him? He's a favorite. Yep. Okay. Next up, we have the letter Q. Q. I want you to think of a one-syllable word that starts with the letter Q. One-syllable word that starts with the letter Q. exceptional. And now, a sound. We're back at the sounds. Yes, we are back at the sounds. A sound that starts with the letter U. Think of a sound that starts with the letter U. Any sound, you can make it up. Ugh. Very good. I like that sound a lot. I like your sounds. They're really great. They're educational, you know. We are now approaching the letter V. V, V, V. I want you to think of a characteristic with the letter V. Think of a characteristic that starts with the letter V. A characteristic. Great. It's a great characteristic. I wish I could embody that one more. And now, an appliance that starts with the letter V. An appliance that starts with the letter V. An appliance that starts with the letter V. Vacuum. Good job, good job. And now, 3 words that rhyme with the letter V. 3 words that rhyme with V. 3 words that rhyme with V. It's a little bit windy out if you can hear that. Right on cue. Anyway, 3 words. Sorry for the disruption. That rhyme with the letter V. 3 words. 3 words that rhyme with V. Did you get 3? G, T, me, C, key, we. Good job, good job, good job. Good job, good job. Alright, our final letters right now, our final letters. W, 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 W. I want you to think of 3 different types of whales. You heard me. Think of 3 different types of whales. 3 different types of whales. Go. Good job, good job, good job. Now, an emotion that starts with the letter W. An emotion that starts with the letter W. An emotion, an emotion, an emotion that starts with the letter W. An emotion that starts with the letter W. Great, good job, good job. And a drink now. Think of a drink that starts with the letter W. A drink that starts with the letter W. X-ray. Good job. Now we'll move to Y. Y. Can you think of a person's name? Think of a person's name that starts with Y. Nicely done, nicely done. Now how about a song title that starts with the letter Y? Goodness gracious, yes. Great, great job. And now, something that you do, that you love doing, that starts with the letter Y. Something you love doing, that starts with the letter Y. Yearning. Just kidding. Very good. And finally, now you can hear the wind blowing outside. The wind blows outside. For C. 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 Can you think of an animal that starts with the letter C? Think of an animal that starts with the letter C. Classic, zebra. And can you think of a place where animals are kept that starts with the letter Z? Can you think of a place where animals are kept that starts with the letter Z? Can you think of a place where animals are kept that starts with the letter Z? Yes, of course, the zoo. Absolutely the zoo. And can you think of a number that starts with the letter Z? Can you think of a number that starts with the letter Z? That's right, 0, 0, 0, 0. Very good, very good. Your associations are off the chart. Off the chart. Really. I hope that this simple thinking game helped relax you, calm you down a little bit. It wasn't too hard. It was just right